You're watching News 54. Statistics Kenya conducted a survey on the run-up to Kenya's 2022 presidential election between the 16th of March 2022 and the 30th of March 2022. The survey covered a variety of vital public issues concerning national political representation. In the duration of the survey, the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga took over as the top contender for the presidential elections. Deputy President William Ruto drew a close second, having dominated the scene for an extensive period, whereas Jimi Wanjigi was the other notable individual backed by Sabina party and endorsed as its flag bearer for presidency in 2022. The vacancy of a serious third and popular candidate for presidency was thus taken up by Jimi Wanjigi, who had cut ties with the Orange Democratic Movement and boarded the Sabina party. During the survey period, the Azimio coalition had major changes where a number of parties joined the movement. Its pivotal moment was when President Uhuru Kenyatta stepped into the political scene also as the Jubilee party leader, and Kalonzo Musyoka finally shelved his ambition to fully support Raila Odinga. From the One Kenya Alliance coalition, Kenya formally joined the fold, and later, the political dynamic changed when the Azimio movement and One Kenya Alliance merged to form the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya party. William Ruto had led the presidential popularity polls since late 2021 with considerable advances as the only presidential candidate. However, he has been dethroned by Raila Odinga, who has been steadily gaining support as the most popular presidential candidate for the upcoming 2022 elections. This was attributed to numerous endorsements from different political parties now in the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya movement and their leaders not fielding any other presidential candidate. Most supporters indicated that part of their reasons were former Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka publicly shelving his presidential pursuit, and also Martha Karua joining the Azimio movement, with both vying to fully support Raila Odinga's presidential candidature. Musalia Mudavadi, the ANC leader, was written off by voters after he continuously failed to give a clear stand on whether he was still rivaling Raila Odinga and William Ruto as a presidential candidate or he was wholly supporting William Ruto as the Kenya Kwanza candidate. Furthermore, proposals to be William Ruto's running mate having been widely rejected by the UDA side caused a negative shift in their support base. There being only two major political movements dominating in popularity, the recently renamed Azimio One Kenya movement, popularly referred to as Azimio, is in the lead while Kenya Kwanza is in second place. Notably, Kenya Kwanza was identified mostly as UDA, the dominating party, whereas the ANC and Ford Kenya parties are almost insignificant. The Kenya Kwanza coalition has continually been losing its significant influence around the country. In regions where they were leading in the last 3 months, their influence has diminished. The magnetization of numerous other parties to Azimio movement appears to have gathered a majority of key political players across the country, whereas its support has grown steadily. There is still some sizable support for other parties or those not supporting the top two. Currently, the UDA, ANC and Ford Kenya Alliance, branded as the Kenya Kwanza coalition, has not gained much influence with other political parties to form a larger, stronger outfit. Thus it is perceived and identified as UDA or with William Ruto. Kenya Kwanza supporters largely held to heart an open secret that Martha Karua would surely deputize William Ruto in his 2022 presidential bid. The surveyed supporters indicated that they were disparaged with the recent coming together of Kenya party and the Azimio la Umoja coalition to support Raila Odinga as their presidential candidate, and reconsidering their choice for party, representatives and presidential candidate. The possibility of a Raila Odinga-Martha Karua joint ticket for 2022 presidency was singled out as one of the major factors drawing a nationwide support base to the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition. Whereas William Ruto has also still not picked a running mate, The Kenya Kwanza coalition was said to have poorer prospects in the presidency but rather better chances in the wards and parliamentary positions. A majority of those polled opined that Musalia Mudavadi dropped out of the 2022 presidential race to support William Ruto, and lost considerable footing in almost the entire Western Kenya bloc. His viability as a deputy president has also withered away his core supporters who had hopes that Musalia Mudavadi would earnestly present himself or stand with Raila Odinga for the last 3 months. The same majority now view the William Ruto Mudavadi presidential ticket as untenable given the political seniority of the former vice president and the numerical strength of the Laia voting bloc still backing him as compared to that of the Kalenjin voting bloc in the UDA-NC Ford-Kenya alliance. Kenya Kwanza supporters expressed discontentment with a presidential ticket bearing a running mate from Mount Kenya region, citing a lack of confidence in a strong pairing or garnering competitive votes against the Azimio One Kenya movement. A clear majority was identified as supporting Raila Odinga for presidency. He is currently most popular in most regions with great support except in Central and Rift Valley regions where William Ruto leads marginally. In Nairobi, it is a close call as Raila Odinga leads only by a slight margin. This indicates that the 2022 elections is largely a two-horse race. The Central, Rift Valley and Nairobi regions have a significant chance to sway with a good chunk to swoon identified as the undecided voters. Jimi Wanjigi is a new entrant as the third horse is significantly behind but has garnered good support in Eastern, Rift Valley and Central regions in that order. Other presidential candidates supported had minuscule numbers and were clustered together. These include Justin Muturi and Wangi Kuria.